YouTube, it's Activiz back with a brand new video. So this video is about how to get out of a rut. Now, when I say how to get out of a rut in this video, yeah, I'm talking about how to get out of a little spell of depression. Now, the advice in this video could still help you if you're someone who's like clinically diagnosed with depression and you like need medication to manage it. It could still help you, but it probably won't work the same for you as it will for the person who this video is intended for. The person this video is intended for is someone who's just feeling the human emotion, because we're all human at the end of the day. And honestly, in my opinion, when it comes to things like depression, those are just natural responses to like the world around you and the circumstances around you. You're given material circumstances. Mental state and mental health is a natural response to that. So if you are depressed, that's a natural response to your material conditions, whatever that may be, whether it's poverty, bereavement, like deaths in the family or deaths of like close friends and loved ones, the state of the world, you name it. Many things can get you in a state of depression. And the thing about depression, it's it's pretty crippling. It can be a crippling experience. Like, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't want to talk to anybody, and leave you feeling like a shell of yourself. It will leave you feeling like a shell of yourself. Like, I remember at the worst of the worst for me, when I was like absolutely at my worst depressed, I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want people talking to me. I literally just wanted to stay home, smoke weed, and play Minecraft. Now, that sounds so generic saying that, but smoking weed and playing Minecraft quite literally kept me alive in that moment. That's why I literally wanted to just stay home and do that, because smoking weed and playing Minecraft were quite literally the things that kept me alive at that moment, because my mind was just in such a dark place that that smoking a blunt and playing some Minecraft literally just was like an escape for me. Now, how I got out of that, I had to take some direct action, and that's exactly what's going to have to be for you watching this video. This is how you get out of a rut. This is how you get out of a rut. Now, honestly, I say this is a 2-week process, but within about a week, you can at least start to feel a little bit better. But it's a 2-week process, nevertheless, because it's a lot of things you got to do. The end all be all of this, though, is you cannot be stationary when you're feeling like this. You can't have an idle mind. And honestly, yeah, playing video games is a good way to distract you, but what about those hours when you're not playing video games? What about when you get bored of playing the video games and you're just there with your thoughts? Look, I know it's hard to get up and do shit when you're depressed. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to be left alone. You want to sleep. You want to do whatever it is to escape. Like, those fucking feelings and the thoughts. Like, it's nothing fun to go through. It's something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, because it's a dark ass place to be. It is a really dark place to be, and it feels like it's never going to end. It feels like you're going to be there forever. Depression is one of the darkest states of mind that you can be in. But you can't allow yourself to be stationary and idle. So first things first, what you need to do first things first in the morning is expose yourself to some sunlight first thing in the morning when you wake up. And I mean, go outside and go for a walk around your neighborhood. Go outside and go for a walk or a jog around your neighborhood. Almost kind of like you would for like a forest bathing, which is like going into the woods and immersing yourself into the woods or into nature and not using your phone. Don't use your phone either. Just immerse yourself into your surroundings every morning, first thing when you wake up, and take in sunlight while you're out there, because you're going to need that vitamin D, especially if you've been cooped up in the house for like a week or two already, or avoiding going out for like a week or two already and you've had limited exposure to sunlight, you're gonna need that vitamin D, because that vitamin D is not only gonna help boost your mood and mitigate some of those depression levels and boost the happy chemicals in your brain, it's also gonna boost your immune system, which is always good because it's never fun to be sick, whether it's physically or mentally. It's never fun to be sick. This is also a time when you should absolutely be journaling, because when you're depressed, you have a lot on you have a lot on your mind when you're depressed. And if you, as a man, you damn near don't have anybody to talk to about it. So it's just sitting there and it's piling on stuff that's already there, old shit that's already there. And it just makes everything feel so much worse when you can't get it out in any way. You don't have anyone you trust to talk to. So your best route in that situation to take is to not let that shit continue to marinate in your mind and worsen. Get all of that shit out in a journal. No one has to read it. In fact, I suggest that no one reads it but you, because in that journal needs to be your true, raw, honest thoughts, like your raw, most honest thoughts, like the kind of stuff that you would tell like a therapist that you would trust your life with, the kind of stuff that you would tell your homeboy that you would trust your life with, the kind of stuff that you would literally tell someone with a trust that they would never, that the words that you say to them would never leave their mouth to anyone else. That's the kind of shit you should be writing in this journal, because your true, raw, honest thoughts, when you get those out in that journal, it's gonna be just similar to getting that out to a person. Only difference is you aren't gonna get some feedback back. You're gonna be getting this all out in that journal, but nevertheless, you're gonna be getting all of those emotions and all those feelings out of you. You'll find yourself articulating the way that you feel and what's making you feel this way as you write it down. Because another thing about being depressed is it's sometimes hard to, like, if it's bad, if it's really bad, it's sometimes hard to articulate why you feel that way or what's making you feel that way, because it's so much, especially when it's so much. It's hard to articulate all of that to someone else, especially when you feel like they may not understand you, or they definitely don't understand you because they haven't been through the same struggles. So that makes you just want to bottle it up even more. Whereas, like, when you write it on a journal, you don't have to worry about being misunderstood. It's just going on a piece of paper that only you're gonna read, but you're still getting that shit out. And yeah, like, if you want to, like, decipher that stuff, like, on a deeper level, I would suggest talking to someone that you trust, that, like, you truly trust about that, to decipher all that together, if you want to decipher it that way. But another way that you can decipher that is honestly meditating. When you journal on that stuff, meditate on that stuff, because then you're going to be able to dig deep in your brain and see what the root causes of all this is. A lot of the shit you'll find that a lot of that shit goes back to your childhood years and your adolescent years. That's what you'll find. That a lot of that shit, it's rooted, deep rooted in things you experience as a child and as a teenager. Yes, some of the things you experience as an adult stick with you in a way, but the things that you experience as a child and as a teenager that gets compartmentalized, yeah, that affects the way that you present yourself and carry yourself in the world, and the way that things affect you whenever they happen in life or in the world. So it's important that you not only get those thoughts, feelings, emotions out, it's also important that you dive deep within yourself to explore the root causes of those issues, the root causes of all of that. Because only then and only then can you truly move forward from that. But aside from not being stationary and getting up and doing something, going on a walk or a jog around your neighborhood first thing in the morning, and journaling and meditating, I would also suggest at this point, if you aren't already, you get you a whiteboard. It can literally be a whiteboard this small, like a whiteboard about this size, that can go on your wall or something in your bedroom. It can be a huge whiteboard. Doesn't matter. As long as you get you a whiteboard. And in fact, we'll do this right here on camera together. What I want you to do on that whiteboard, because if you're getting out of a rut, you're getting out of a little spell of depression, it's a high chance that you're living life on autopilot at the moment. A very high chance that you're living life on autopilot at the moment. A high chance that you're just letting the days pass by and life just happens to you. And you aren't necessarily just grabbing life by the horns and steering it in the direction you want it to the best of your abilities. There's some things that are just genuinely out of your control that will unfortunately fuel like worsen your depression levels sometimes. That's just the way life is, but we can optimize. And that's the point here. So, get you a little whiteboard like this. And then at the top, write the day. And then plan your entire day from top to bottom. Plan your day. Exactly what you want to get accomplished for the day. Goals you have for the day. It doesn't even have to be anything business related. Your goals for the day can literally just be doing your laundry, making your bed, cleaning your room, cleaning your car, getting a haircut. Your goals can be simple because what you're doing, where you're starting from, when you're coming out of a state of depression and getting out of a rut, you're tending to have like a messy living space. Your surroundings are going to be messy because, yeah, it's a reflection of what your mental health is. Your surroundings tend to be a reflection of your mental state and your mental health. So you can plan your day out from the most simple task like breakfast. Literally write breakfast on there. First thing, let's say you eat breakfast first thing in the morning, you wake up, you eat you some breakfast. I honestly suggest doing that before you go on the jog or the So for you though, you would start with a jog or a walk before breakfast. All right, so you'll write your entire day, what you want to do for the day. And you'll track those tasks throughout the day. Of course, you'll be away from home when you're doing some of those tasks, so you won't be able to check those off until after you get back. But literally plan your day out on a whiteboard like this. And what this is going to do, this is going to get you in a routine. This is going to get you back on the beat and get you in a routine, especially when you're starting your day off like with the first thing being like a light jog or a walk around your neighborhood. You might even notice some things about your neighborhood that you missed before by literally starting your mornings with that. It's good for you. There's a lot of science to back that shit up that I'm not going to get into the details of this video, but it's all around a good thing for you to do. It's healthy because the cardio, it's healthy for you mentally. It's a healthy thing for you to do. And also, how many people do you genuinely see walking around or jogging in their neighborhoods nowadays? Seriously. I'm saying that in an encouraging way, by the way. I hope you don't take that the wrong way. Antidote to getting out of a rut, though, at the end of the day, is action. You do have to get up and move. You cannot allow depression to beat you down into a corner and to beat you down into a submissive position to where you just can't get up, to where you don't have any fighting left in you. You got to get up and move in some way, shape, or form. Just remember that. Get up and move in some way, shape, or form. Start off with a light jog, start off with a walk. Just get up and move. Get to working on things. Work on a project or something that you may have postponed or put off. Work on an unfinished project that you may have put off or postponed a few months prior. Do some art if you're an artsy type of person. Point is, action is the antidote. Watching these videos can be helpful, but at the end of the day, it won't fix it if you don't take action for yourself. So do it. Not for me, not for these other content creators out here. Do it for you. And especially if you got kids counting on you, do it for those kids. Seriously. I'm not even going to say the phrase pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's cringy as fuck. But for the sake of yourself and anyone else out there who is counting on you, chin up and take action. Chin up and take action. Hit the thumbs up if this video helped you. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell so you make sure you never miss a video. I post 3 times a week over here. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Same time each of those days at 5:30. I'll see y'all in the next video. Go do something positive for someone. If you got a friend out there who's in a rut, encourage them to start taking some action, whatever that may be. It can literally be the smallest thing. Just encourage them to start taking some action and help them get out of that rut. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.